What's up, everybody? It's the Inhuman one here with part 10 of the ultimate 100% guide for Black Myth Wukong. In the previous episode, we made it all the way through the labyrinthian forest and made it straight to the new Thunderclap Temple and got all the secrets along the way. Also obtained the Chubai Spear, which is a secret spear-based weapon. And in this episode, we're going to finally close out the chapter 3 and defeat the boss, but we have the entire Thunderclap Temple to explore and many secrets to get along the way. As I've shared in the previous episodes, this guide will help you unlock every single portrait, find every single collectible, defeat every single boss, locate every secret area, and of course obtain the secret true ending. So without further ado, let's get started. We got a lot to cover in this episode. So from the shrine, what we want to do is head back this way, and you're going to notice that we have us a nice little chest here just waiting for us. As always, you can break these little urns or pots, but they're not going to grant you too much will. It's something to consider. Now we can head this way, and there'll be a handful of frozen enemies along the way. But we're going to grab this tree pearl first. Harvest some in hopes that we get some seeds. And then we've got some friends to face off with. All of these are actually just frozen statues. None of these are enemies. We do have several enemies that are up here, and then we have this guy. So we're going to take out the biggest threat first. So first things first, Cloud Step. Get in a light attack combo. As soon as he gets crazy, we'll go ahead and come in with this. Big attack there. Alright, he's no longer a threat. Now, since we're frozen, almost frozen anyways, we can take these little guys out. When you hear that little sound, it sounds like wind or a gust of wind. That's actually just an AoE freeze spell that these guys cast. And that's really their biggest threat, so there you go. Just about frozen. If you do get frozen, you need to spam your dodge roll, and then you will get unfrozen, but you're going to burn through a lot of stamina in the process, so just be prepared for that. Lots of these little enemies around, but just take them out with light attack combos, and then we can absorb this will up here. And yes, we will actually top off. We've got a little bit of exploring to do and some tougher enemies up ahead still, so now what we're going to do is head towards the main entrance. As you saw, that there's the main entrance to the temple kind of area. This is the outer wall that we're still at, so we're going to be jumping down. I really like this statue, by the way. I thought it was going to be something we could interact with, but you can't do anything. It just looks awesome. Alright, so we're going to jump down here. And then from this side, there's going to be a pathway over to the left. So you don't want to go to the main entrance just yet. We're going to go this way first. Watch out for this bro, because he is, of course, a ranged enemy. Do a jumping. Oh, I accidentally used my Cloud Step pressed up against my leg, of course. I've done that multiple times on this stream. Alright, and then we've got this right here. We've got a will up there we can definitely absorb. We can take this one first, just to increase our mana even further. And then a jumping heavy attack. Now these guys are blind. If you have a jumping heavy attack that has 3 focus, you'll actually nullify their attack. So whenever they start punching, they can do a 3-hit combo, actually up to 4, but just dash behind them right at the moment of impact. And you should, if you get a perfect dodge, you'll end up behind them. Those enemies can drop a unique item. It's a really cool blindfold, actually, that you can put or have on, and what it does is it increases the kind of the window for you to nail a perfect dodge. It's called See No Evil, so really cool. And it is a unique drop that you can get from those enemies. Now that we've absorbed the will, though, we're going to be heading towards the right path and kind of just making our way to the other side. We're going to skip the main entrance for now. But yeah, really cool. I really like this. What I do, though, is just because we have tons of health and tons of mana, we're going to go ahead and take out this enemy really quickly, because he does have a unique drop. And there's no reason to pass up the opportunity to get that, especially if we have so much health. It's just on our way to the shrine. We're going to be resting at the shrine anyway. So remember, the more focus points you have, the more deadly your abilities are going to be. in terms of your jumping heavy attacks and things of that nature as well. So you typically will actually knock down an enemy if you have more focus points. So now all we're doing is heading back. We're just going straight back to the shrine. The reason why is because we're not going to be visiting this left side anymore, so any of the enemies that respawn, they're no threat to us anyway. So you can rest, and then from the shrine, once we kind of wake up, we're going to be heading towards the right side. So we were on the left side of the wall last time, now we're going to go to this side. And in the corner, right here, we're going to find a will. So other than that, there's absolutely nothing else, so feel free to scour the stairs and all that, but there is nothing. But you can run through here, and it's incredibly sad. Look at that. Oh, that is a thing of beauty. Sprinting through those pots like that. Anyways, we can go ahead and absorb this will. And then we'll be making our way upstairs. Go past this area. There should be a patrolling enemy right here. He's way over there. We don't need to go back for him, but we can certainly grab the fire bell. We'll take him out. He seems lonely. And then we should have some blind enemies to whoop up on. So right here, we'll beat them first because they do come down, and sometimes it's not very easy to fight more than one. It's always want to make it easy on yourself if you can. Alright, now we can go ahead and safely absorb this will right here. We're going to head up to a courtyard area and then open a chest. And I hope that the enemies act right this time. Remember how funny they were acting in the last episode where they were doing primarily their stomp attacks instead of their jumping smashes and overhand smashes? That was so funny. I'm just going to use a light attack for this one. I'm going to save my jumping heavy attack for this next enemy surrounded by two little cronies there. Alright, he's dead. So again, remember, normally if you just attack this guy, you should be fine. The other two that are praying should not actually aggro or do anything, so we're just going to make sure that they don't and hope that they don't and act right. So we're going to run, do a jumping heavy attack, and then we're going to focus on this guy. If we happen to hit them, then yeah, they're certainly going to aggro, so that's our bad. Jumping heavy to finish him off. Take out the one that's already aggroed after he does his little attack here. He has a little wind up. Really, again, the melee strikes for these guys are inconsequential. You just need to watch for that freezing spell they can do. Alright, then we want to make this guy, take this guy out first. Make him aggro. And then we got a chest to open right up there. Hi, friend. He's winding up too. What are you going to do? Your stomp or your jump? Big jump. Okay, no, big swing. Even more fun. You got me. He interrupted my attack. What a jerk. Okay. We got him knocked out. We're good to go. Now, we can run up and open this chest. You don't have to fight every single enemy here, but you can certainly defeat these. These guys are going to be the actual threats here. I did hit this guy, so now he's pissed. That makes a little bit of sense. That's fine. Alright, don't go too far away, because if you do, you're going to aggro some enemies unnecessarily. So we can open up this chest here. There's an enemy here with his back to us, and then we have an enemy off in the corner kind of hiding, waiting to ambush us. Right there. So what we want to do is we want to go this way and take this guy out first. Again, these guys aren't difficult, but you don't want to fight more than one at the same time. It can become a bit of a nuisance. Alright, now we have our little friend over here. Just sprint past. He's going to do a jumping attack to kind of ambush us, but hey, we already know he's there. There you go. He's taken care of now. So we've got the ambush taken care of. We're going to jump through here. We can grab this will. Again, if you need to top off your health, you can use that little trick, because every time you absorb a will, you're going to replenish one of your gourd uses. And then we can go outside to this area. And we've got a little wolf guy we got to take care of. He usually throws his sickle first, or he does a jumping attack. So just see what he wants to do. Watch for his little 3-hit combo that he loves doing. 2. Okay, he just did 2 hits. That's even better. Whoa, uh-oh. Easy there. And he's dead. Okay. More than anything, he's just hard to hit. He's not very difficult, though. We can go ahead and top off, and we're going to absorb this will right here. Now, we're going to go inside this right courtyard here. So, I don't really know the proper terms for all, but mostly, you know, what I consider a courtyard is like an area you can chill at. So, there's more chill areas over here. So here we have another chest on this little nook, and then we're going to go to the right hand side, and there's going to be a bit of an ambush. But again, if you know about it, then it's not much of an ambush, right? Or not an effective one. We have this enemy here, and you're like, oh, I can run and hit him in the back. Well, that would be great if you didn't have this little fox dude about to jump on your head. So as soon as you move far enough ahead, these dudes will come out. There's just one, so he's really not much of a threat. And light attacks to finish him off, completely eliminate that threat. Now we can run up, jumping heavy attack to stun him, and then we can just move forward, back away for the, oops, I didn't back away fast enough, for the smash. That's a new attack, I've never seen that before. I've never seen that one. Goes to show how much he's ever hit me, so. And we have a little ginseng monster over here. And love their little noises. Back away. Helps if you're locked on naturally. There it is. Alright, and there's nothing else over here, just the aged ginseng, so you can circle around. Nothing at all. But that was just more so an opportunity to get another steel soak and all that. So now we're going to come back this way, and we're going to be exiting the courtyard. We have a pretty tough fight up ahead. Well, you can use the body... Oh man, that was a waste. We're going to use the body warming powder, is what I meant to say. Which is this. And some tiger subduing pellets. And then we're going to top off our health. If we want, we can grab this to absorb the double will, replenish our gourd. And then we're going to be running straight to this right here because we have a nice fight up ahead. So this is a very difficult fight because of the all of the elemental effects this guy can do. He can freeze you, and freeze just is devastating. It does tons of damage, so we're going to try and stun him there like that. There you go. Get some damage in there. There you go. Keep him stunned. But yeah, the freeze is ridiculous. But we have the body warming powder, so he's not as effective with this freeze. And we have the fiery gourd, I believe, so that's giving us even more or enhanced, you know, freeze resistance. We're gonna go ahead and heal. He can attack the decoy all he wants. Got our immobilization spell ready, and this should finish him off here with a big heavy attack. I mean, a big light attack combo finisher, and he's dead. So now we can go ahead and top off. He's a spirit we can absorb, actually. So now we have his trolly little ability. So just top off your health, top off your mana, and then absorb his spirit. This is actually a transformation. So that's why his body didn't just disappear. So now we have a new transformation similar to the ones that we got. And you know what? That was my mistake. I do not actually use your gourds and top off because he's not a true spirit. He's more of a transformation. But anyways, we do have his ability ready. If for whatever reason you did that, just you can always go back to the shrine. That's my mistake there. Alright, so let's take out this guy. We got some enemies here in the courtyard to defeat. He can do a 4-hit combo, just watch out for that 4th hit too. There you go. These guys have tons of health early on anyway, so they feel pretty tanky. There's 3 around that tree, and you can certainly face off with them if you're looking for that see no evil drop, but because I don't have all the health anymore, definitely don't want to take too much time with them. Want to take these guys out on the steps, and then we have a mage to the right, so we're going to be taking him out right there. He already sees us, so we're going to be running over to him. Just sprint over to him. There'll be a monk as well, but if we run fast enough, it won't be much of an issue. Take out this mage and maybe get the thunder flame seal, but no, we weren't lucky enough to get that. That's not a problem. Take this guy out. Be aggressive. There we go. We need to recover our stamina, so let's go ahead and back up a bit. That's no fun. Alright, so he's now been taken out. We've got the Monk of the Sea. Now we're just clearing out this area, just so that you know there's not much you can get here. No hidden treasures or anything like that. Typically on the other sides of these walls, like you'll normally find something like that, but there isn't anything like that here, like a chest, for example, but not here. You do want to take this guy out because he can hit you from a mile away, as we've learned. There you go. We've got the Golden Lotus Seed. Very nice. We'll be able to give that to Qianlong here. That'd be fantastic. Now, as you see, we've got a few enemies we want to take out. We want to head down this way first. So we're going to take out this big guy here. Hopefully not get hit. We really don't want to get hit at all anymore because we have a tough enemy up ahead. And I'll show you what he looks like in just a moment. He's an ugly guy. Alright. So you see that enemy down there? That's a unique enemy. There's only about 4 or 5. And they also have unique drops. They're called the Clay Vajra enemies. And you can get the Vajra arm guards from them. Pretty cool. We want to go down these steps here. It's our next destination. Let him do whatever he's doing. You want to come down here, buddy? There he is. He's just working out. Using that boulder for the strongman competition coming up. Alright, so now that we've done this, we've got this enemy over here to take out. Light attacks all day. Okay, thank you. Now we can grab the contents of this chest here. And we get this sweet ice soak. I'll show you what that does. We're going to go to our inventory and then go to the soaks. I'm just making sure we get rid of all this right here. There it is. So using the gourd moderately increases your chill resistance. So again, not a bad thing to slot in for now. What I'm going to do is show you guys a little trick. Like say for example, if you are kind of, you don't have any health available. If you save up your focus points and you do like focus point attacks, you recover some health. A small amount, but if you do it enough, you can actually get a decent amount of health back. So I don't know if you saw that little green sliver come back, but fortunately we were able to get a nice little chunk. Now, we're not going to go straight to the boss, or not the boss, I'm sorry, this little enemy yet. We're going to grab this first. And just so you know, there isn't anything else over here. No secrets, no wills to absorb or anything like that. And if we make a hard left down these stairs, we'd be facing off with that enemy. But first, we want to clear the path because there's other enemies around on this upper level here that will cause you some trouble. So we have 2 mages up here, actually. They're going to be taking out. Hopefully we can build up some focus just by defeating this one. There you go. Jumping heavy on this guy. Get some health back. Very nice. Alright, so now we can turn back and open up this chest. And we're just making our way through. Keeping it nice and easy. So we got the blood of the iron bull. Then we're gonna go downstairs. Then we do have an enemy, one of those rock dudes again, and we can grab this or harvest this fire bellflower first, and then we can defeat this guy. All of these guys will kind of come out and aggro if once you get the attention of the big guy in the middle. So you don't want to deal with them if you don't have to. Again, we are just doing our best to top off our health using the heavy attacks. So what we can do now is this enemy does he favors fire damage. So if you're really concerned about it, you can always use a fire-based set or anything to protect yourself. But it's not too important. Instead, we're just going to take him out. He doesn't have a ton of health, I should say. So, he's not the worst enemy to take out, but you just want to use your abilities on him, defeat him quickly, and you can get his arm guards. So, now that he's out of the way, we have the portrait entry, and we're going to make our way back through here. So, naturally, we have these fools. I'm going to actually use my Wind Tamer. I should have used it up close just to get a little bit of a benefit there, but just to increase our damage. I mean, just to increase our defense, sorry. And I am going to use spells to get rid of these guys. We're going to be coming up on the shrine again, or a shrine, so I'll show you which one. As soon as he kind of cocks his arm back, he's ready for an attack, so just mash your dodge, and you should be good to go. There you go. Got him out of the way. Now we can take out this bro right here. Back away, because when they're grouped together like that, it can be a bit of a nuisance. He's thinking about it. I'm going to go ahead and use my transformation here. And then we can just smash, smash, smash. They'll help us build up our Rock Crusher really quickly, so we can do that and deal some AoE damage on these guys. There you go. Very nice. Now that we've got them separated, it's going to be a lot easier. Can immobilize this idiot. Take him out. And then we can take this guy out as well. Getting those mind cores is always fun too, because you can use them for the celestial medicines that we've been crafting. We'll do our jumping heavy attack, get some of that health back. When you do a perfect dodge, you appear behind them, so you're going to be able to counter really heavily. So I love doing that. Try and get those perfect counters if you can. So now that we're here, we are going to head to the right so we can absorb this double will here. That'll give us some health. But let's take this guy out first. We know this is an easy enemy, one that we can certainly farm for some focus points. Dodge away. We're trying to build up some focus here. There you go. Dodge away. We can always kill him, but we want to kind of drag it out so we can get some health back. Focus points or heavy attacks are going to be a great way to recover your health, so be sure to use them if you're in trouble, like the situation that I put myself in for healing a little too quickly. I forgot that the sea, or the Monk of the Sea, was actually a transformation, not a spirit, so transformations don't give you will. Don't worry about these guys, they're going to just be looking at that will and instead focus on the fox up ahead that's trying to ambush you. Start off with your light attack combo, back away. There you go. Remember, he hops around a lot. Other than that, he's not much of a threat, but... There you go, that must have hurt him. Now we can take out his little friends here. Very nice. Jumping heavy attack, get some health back. Now we can absorb these two wills. And now we have two gourd uses, so we kind of got ourselves out of a bad spot. So what we're going to do is I want to show you guys how this place connects. So you're going to see two mages up here. We'll be seeing, or we'll actually visiting these mages, but we'll be approaching them from behind because we're going to be coming up the middle staircase, which is the main entrance. And then you'll see these guys are facing an area that we've already had cleared at this point. So what we're going to do is we're going to go back and connect the rest of the this temple to piece it all together for you guys. And this right here is our first victim. Our next victim, actually, not our first. Okay, he's just chilling. I was like waiting for your attack, but he attacked at the very end. There should be a mage here. You can definitely take him out. Jumping heavy attack, get some health back. Why not? Now in this little courtyard, there's going to be 4 or 5. So there's about 6 mages raining down thunder spells from you, but we'll take them out as best we can. But just be ready for it. And you can go crazy because right now we're actually at the end, and I'm going to show you exactly where we're going to be coming out of. This is going to lead straight to the entrance that we've, that we were first at, where we got our first save point, Keeper's Shrine for the new Thunderclap Temple. So I'll show you exactly where that is. It's just up ahead and to the right, actually, but once we get out of this combat sequence, you guys will be able to see more clearly. you go. He's dead, and he's dead. Can take him out too, just for good measure, because he's not paying me any mind. And then if you look down here, you're gonna see that's where the enemy was with the blades, the unique enemy with the curio. We've got another blinded off of this side, and all you have there is a gen town you can farm. So if we keep going down this path, you'll recognize it as the entrance to this Thunderclap Temple area. And 2, okay. Jumping heavy. Look how much health we have now. We haven't even used a single gourd yet, and now we have full health. So, alright, so now that we're here, kind of piecing everything together, we can go right back to the shrine and heal, and then we're going to go down this middle pathway, okay? And this is all going to piece it together for you guys, so we can rest. Alright, so now we're going to go through the main entrance. That's how we're going to enter the proper way. We've been going all around just so we can clear out the extra areas. So now we're going to go this way. The enemy that we defeated previously is now back. This is an enemy that I don't mind using, you know, spells on, just because he is a bit of a nuisance. So if you want to go a little spell heavy on him, that's fine. Can be a bit of a pain. His attacks, I've never truly mastered his combo, so he has a lot of, you know, up to a 6-hit combo that can be a real problem. He never stops spinning around, so it makes it pretty tough. Alright, so he's done. We didn't get his curio, but that's not a problem. So we're going to enter here. If you notice, we came in, you know, through this side and destroyed the mage and saw the first blindfolded monk over there. So we're just going to come in here. Just be careful. Watch for the dodge if you can. As soon as he cocks back his arm, he's going to be initiating his strike, so you can then do what you need to do to avoid it. But he's got lots of poise, so you definitely want to be hitting him from behind so that he's not able to strike you back. But anyways, this particular temple doesn't have anything in it, but there will be a temple that looks identical that will have a chest on this side. So what we're going to do is I'm going to point out this is the area with the all the mages. You've got a mage on this side, 2 on this side of the staircase, 2 on this side, and 1 over here. So honestly, you just need you can run past them. This is a great farm though for the Thunder Flame seal. They're not the smartest, so you can usually end up just kind of picking them off like this. But they fall off, so don't go and chase them, because then you're in a pit where you can just be attacked by every single mage out there. So up here, I know it's a little ways out, but we want to attack these guys because these mages are patrolling, and along with this little boulder dude. So take out this mage. Back away from the stomp. Stomp number 2. Jumping heavy attack to get some health back, and we defeated the enemy. Alright. So now we want to enter this tunnel. I like to take out any enemies that are patrolling though, because they can, if they come back on their little route, they can come back and cause, you know, stir up some trouble, and we don't want that. So dodge back, jumping heavy, and then he's dead. Alright, so in this little temple here, we clear out the mages, and now we're going to be looking for a chest inside. Lots of enemies in this area, especially one of those, these right here, the guys right here. We're actually going to go face off with him first. There you go. Not a bad start. Keep him on the defensive. That's always nice. Because if he's not swinging those blades, he can't hurt us. So look at that crazy combo. That's awesome. Okay, so now we can go back this way. Where's our little friend? He's stuck in between these doors. Jumping heavy attack here, and then we'll dodge behind him. Dodge behind. Try and get your bearings. In close quarters combat, these guys are absolutely the worst. So, but a perfect dodge will put you in the perfect spot. So try and nail those perfect dodges if you can. Any second now, there it is. And then we can take him out as well. They drop some amplification pellets. We don't have any stamina, so we're going to kind of build it up here, do a jumping attack. Get his attention, dodge behind. There you go. We'll do a jumping heavy attack, get some of that health back. Alright, there you go. So now that most of them are tired, I don't know, where'd you come from, buddy? Where did you come from? There's only 2 in this area, that's weird. You're odd. Oh, I missed. There's only supposed to be 2, that's really weird. We'll go ahead and heal. I think he might have died in between those doors and then he spawned again because he's like, I'm not supposed to die here. But anyways, open up this chest and now we have the Thunderstone Curio. This is a curio that is going to give us some enhanced defense. So if you take a look here, we have enhanced shock resistance. Not a bad thing to have when you're facing off with dragons and enemies that just love spamming that kind of stuff. Plenty of them. There's plenty of them. So anyway, so now that we've done that, there's a few things we can do. First things first, though, we're going to defeat this enemy. This is a special variant of the Clay Vajra enemy, so we'll go ahead and take him out. Get in behind, stun him, and then we're going to do this right here. Remember, we have our transformations ready to go, so feel free to spam them. Big rock dude against big clay dude. Who do you think will win? I think I'll win. Alright, so we're going to go this way. Very nice. There you go. We can do a Skull Crusher. He's not going to be very happy about that. We're going to de-transform, which would cause a little bit of a stagger. Then we can go in and be aggressive with a light attack combo here. There's like a 4 or 5 hit combo when he's doing that, so just be careful. And that is our friend, the Clay Vajra. He didn't drop the those arm guards with those bracers, so not a big deal, but here you can top off. You can go ahead and absorb the spirit, and you're going to replenish all of your gourds that you just used. And then I want to show you a few things. So obviously, oh, we got the Clay Vajra spirit. Let me show you this first, showcase the new one we got. And there it is. So this one increases your burn resistance. So pretty cool. I mean, not bad at all. Can definitely burn enemies and inflict that burn on them. So not a bad one to have. If you head straight up here, that's going to lead to the boss. And you don't want to do that yet. These are the 2 mages that we talked about earlier. So we can take them out. The steps they're guarding are the steps that we were down at the base of below earlier, just a few moments ago. Defeating these guys can net you a unique curio called the Thunderflame Seal, but we haven't got it yet. And then we're going to go ahead and grab this tree pearl. So if you head straight back this way, which I will do it just for the sake of you guys seeing, we have the boulder enemy, and then we have these 2 monks. There are no items you can get. There's just more opportunities to farm what they have to offer. So we can go ahead and take out these guys just for the sake of, but then I'm going to circle around so we can actually get to the good stuff. I don't really like fighting these monks because more than anything they're more dangerous than they are useful. So they cause a lot of damage. They have tons of health. And they're ugly. But the See No Evil headpiece that they have, that unique item, is actually really cool. But we'll just keep dodging behind them if we can, if the assets permit. Okay, there you go. He's in a weird angle right there. Don't want to risk it. There you go. And now he's dead. But yeah, there's nothing else around here. Nothing around the trees, nothing like that. So no reason to come down here unless you're farming. So now that we're on this side, we can just circle around. Going through the temple and making a left will take you to the same area. This is just, we're just going the long route, just so you guys can see everything. We've defeated the Clay Vajra. We're going to be going straight, though, not necessarily directly down those steps just yet. We can take out this mage, though, beforehand. Jumping heavy attack should finish him off. And then we have this frozen enemy here. And then, of course, we have this chest that we want to loot. So we can go ahead and loot this chest. Now, up ahead, we have a few things we're going to be activating. We're going to be closing out the Snow Fox's side quest. And there's a pretty difficult boss fight associated with that. So if you do die, the path to get back is literally from the shrine. You just go all the way straight through all the entrances, go up the steps, and then come follow this left-hand path all the way until you get into that building. Okay, so the rest you'll know as soon as you get to it. But now what we're going to do is, now that we've headed left, we can go ahead and kind of figure out which path we want to take here. As we go downstairs, the best thing to do is go towards the lake, but do not go too far ahead because there's a mage there and a mage there, and they do have increased like aggro range, so kind of just hug the walls here. Harvest this fire bellflower if you're not on top of it, of course, like I am. There you go. I think I broke it. I think I broke it because I tried to harvest it as soon as I landed. There it is. And now jump over here, continue kind of hugging the outskirts here. And then you'll see this enemy, another Monk of the Sea, our favorite, absolute favorite enemies. There you go. Let's say hi to him. The only way we know how. It's a 3-hit combo, so watch for that. He's got a lot of poise, and I think that's the thing that bothers me most. That and then the frost damage, of course. But anyways, now we can top off our health, top off our mana, and then we can absorb these two, get those 2 uses right back. Now that we've absorbed the will, we're going to be heading to the opposite side, but again, hug the far side of this area, because the closer you are to this building, the mages will be able to aggro and hit you with spells, so instead just kind of go this way. I like to just completely kind of over-exaggerate and dodge this area as much as we can. You're going to have to face off with this fool, have him drop down, and then do what we do best. Take him out. There you go. Now he's dead. And then we're going to continue this way. Okay, now we should be in the clear, out of the range of those mages, as long as we take him out quickly. So now we're good. Take out this big boulder dude. Jumping heavy attack, and he's taken care of. We're going to go this way because there's another mage we can take out. This is the mage on the other side of the area. And hopefully he'll drop the Thunder Flame seal for us. If not, that's fine. No worries. We've got bigger and better things to do. But yeah, if you need to farm for those guys, they do have a unique curio. So now we can open up this chest. And the next step is really just going back inside the temple. Now, what I suggest is you can certainly face off with every enemy and all that, and you can do that. It's just very close range and indoors, close quarters combat, and it's indoors, so I don't necessarily advise that you do that. So I just run past this monk here. If you don't have the seal, you can certainly, the see no evil, you can definitely try and get it. But there's an enemy here who's going to try and ambush you. All you want to do is go and take out these guys first. That's why I rush up this staircase. That way they're no longer a threat. Okay, and then from here, if you want to go back and fight those guys, you certainly can. But I'm not going to waste my time to do that. You guys certainly can if you want to. If you want to get the See No Evil band, well, we're not going to do that in this playthrough. Farming for drops is not going to be something you see on this episode. But now we got our little horse friend here. This is the 3rd instance that we've seen him. Fortunately, though, he's not bound by anything, so it looks like he's actually safe. Let's have a talk.
My friend, Yellowwind Ridge offered me nothing. Yellowbrow, the Buddha, was my next plea. Only after meeting his grace in the New West did I see. I wasted my life for others and missed much joy. No more journey now. My king is suffering, yes. But does one not weave the threads of one's destiny? Peace is living for yourself. His grace speaks true. Indulge, and you shall be carefree.
And remember, we need to exhaust the dialogue each time.
It's new to me. Like never before.
Let's see.
My king once sought wisdom in such a Dharma place. His son, too, was a disciple of a bodhisattva. Now I, too, walk on this path. I hope I'm following in my king's steps. Say, my friend, why don't you stay here and tread this path with me?
Alright, so looks like we've just about exhausted his dialogue because the prompt is taking forever.
My king wants
there it is.
Now I too.
Alright, so he wants to just bro out, but we have a mission to accomplish here. We're trying to combine all, first off, collect and combine all 6 relics of the Great Sage. So we've got some work to do. We don't have time to chill. So we got the body fleeting powder. Although you can technically jump up here, there's nothing up there. No secrets, no chests, anything like that. Remember this area, we're going to be kind of circling around in this courtyard. Circling around to kind of show, not only find all the goodies, but also to kind of show how the level comes together. Remember that we've aggroed these guys. They should be chill now, but they are still there, so they can obviously hit you if you're not careful. But we're going to enter this courtyard yet again, and we should have a will to absorb here. There it is. Now we're going to cross this bridge and kind of hug left. There's going to be a few enemies here and a ginseng monster. Let's see. The snow is disturbed. There's our ginseng monster right there. I'm going to back away. Jumping heavy, always fun. Back away. Okay, this is going to be the AoE strike. Just mind that there's enemies patrolling around here, so. Hello, are you done with your massive AoE strike that infects everything? Age ginseng, so we're good to go. Alright, that's a really cool spell, I mean not a spell, ability by the way. One that I hadn't seen until the actual ginseng monster boss. So we're going to come this way and defeat this monk. He's blocking this will we need to absorb. There you go. There you go. Love that perfect dodge sound. Thing of beauty, I say. Thing of beauty. Now we can top off, and we can go ahead and absorb this will here. Now, there's nothing else in this little area. There's just these little frozen enemies. You do want to take them out because, like I said, they have a ranged AoE spell, so feel free to just take them out. And we're going to circle back around. We're going to head to the opposite side now. And we're going to bypass this staircase that's coming up ahead. They're just grouped up here. They camouflage with the snow, of course. So we're going to bypass this staircase right here. We can take these guys out if we want. And just so you know, there's actually one tucked away in here. There's no reason why he should be here, but he is. So I thought there was some sort of secret associated with it. There's nothing back there. You can't even get back there to get anything else. Like, there's just nothing. It's just stones. So I have no clue why he was tucked away in there. And he doesn't even aggro, so I just wanted to show you guys. I thought that was really neat. But anyway, so now we have this guy up here. Normally he falls down because he's so aggressive, but he's taking, he's kind of keeping it kind of chill today. Jumping heavy attack to reach him, and then a light attack to finish him off. And he's still being stingy. He's yet to drop. He's yet to drop what he needs for us. But we're going to be heading over and facing off with some wolves here in a second. Those little assassin wolves. One of those guys, for example. So what we're going to do is we're going to go straight first and grab these tree pearls. as one does. There you go. Oh, gather. Thank you. We'll defeat this boulder man over here. Wait for him to figure out what he's going to do with his life. 2 stops. Alright, love it. Good choice. Good choice. He interrupted my attack. Not good. Alright, he's dead. So, we do have another chance to get those clay arms from these enemies. They do respawn, so you certainly have a chance to defeat them. But first off, let's focus on defeating these 2 wolves. They're both going to aggro no matter what or what angle you come in from, so just be prepared for it. Let pace to be aggressive, kind of heavy on, early on I mean, so you can go ahead and take one out. There you go. We'll do a light attack to finish him off. Jumping attack to start this one off, and then we can go ahead and do a light attack combo. Get hit in the face to give him that false sense of security. Give him chance that, you know, give him hope that he thinks he could win this fight, and then we're gonna heal. Alright, we can open up this chest now. And then we have another clay enemy to face off with. Our maximum stamina is going to increase from this, which is great. Mana seems to be suffering a little bit, but we'll be getting some pills that extend that as well. So, first things first, we've got some bros to fight. We'll take this guy out, do a light attack combo while he's down. We can initiate our mobilization and then a heavy attack combo if we need to. Light attack combo to keep him on the floor again. Heavy attack combo, and then to get the range, and he should be dead. So we got the Vajra arm guards here. I'm so glad we got that on stream. We're gonna go ahead and showcase them. They look really cool. So if you get an idea of the rarity and the damage resistance, so the long skill arm guards is what we have currently equipped. They give us 21 defense and 5 shock. They're part of a set. This is interesting because it has 20 defense, which is only worse by 1, and it's an epic class. First off, it looks amazing. I mean, look at that. That looks incredible. But it has a unique effect, and it moderately reduces the cooldown of your mysticism spells. That just means like your immobilization, ring of fire, things like that. Remember, you have mysticism, alteration, transformation, and then your strand spells, I guess, like the spells that have to do with your hair. Anyways, I think it's a really great looking set. All the armor pieces in this game, in my opinion, just look fantastic. So now that we've cleared out this area, we're going to be coming up here and defeating this this little jerkwad. One of these tougher enemies. These guys right here. There it is. Oh, I can't believe I did that. That was awesome. Alright. We'll do a heavy attack combo here. You can hopefully knock him on his butt. Do a light attack combo just for fun. Very good. And he's dead almost. Okay. All these guys are awake, so defeat them first before you go and try and loot areas. I can't believe he hit me. I feel so disgusting when they hit me. I'm just kidding. But it's so funny because their melee attacks are actually pretty, like I said, inconsequential. They don't do anything. So it's their freeze that can cause an issue. And they'll aggro as soon as you start fighting that enemy with the the circle swords, I believe. Okay, so now we can come around and we can absorb this will here safely, which is the key. And then we're gonna go this way. And we've got a chest to loot and a few enemies to defeat as well. So up and to the left is that fox that's we're just waiting to ambush us. Take out this little guy first because he'll aggro as well. He just like wants to be part of the fight, and I get that. We're gonna dodge forward, go through that light attack combo while he's just doing the downward dog stance. Take him out, and then we've got this chest. You can open it, well, safely here, just so you know, but just don't, tarry. Now we're gonna go this way. Jumping heavy attack, and then we can do a light attack combo. Just so you know, there's nothing in this frozen lake except one of those blind monks. And funny enough, he's like punching the rock. So it's interesting to think, like, do you think they created that ravine? That'd be pretty cool. But if you follow it along, you'll see that it just leads to a snowy hill and our little horse NPC, our horse guy friend. There you go, light attack and he's dead. Alright, so we're all good. So there you go, there's our horse guy friend right there. So essentially we've come full circle, right? And that's why I said keep this in mind, I want you to see it. So jump back over and then we're going to be heading towards the staircase that we skipped. Now this is incredibly important that you do it the exact way that I tell you. If not, you can miss out on I guess a unique cutscene, and also that just sucks, so don't do that. We'll defeat this enemy so we can get some more focus built up, and then we're going to go up these stairs. And as we get to the top of the staircase, you want to take out these two bros first, because they can be a bit of a nuisance. There you go, we got the perfect dodge. Watch behind. There you go, he's dead as well. Okay, and then if you head to the left, just note that there's nothing but enemies here. So there's a blind monk on this side, there's a blind monk on this side. Absolutely nothing else, not even any harvestable ingredients. So there's no need to go there because you're going to be facing out for the boss. And you don't really want to put yourself at a disadvantage. So instead, we can go ahead and absorb this will. And then what you want to do is you want to go into your inventory right at the base of the stairs here. You don't want to go any further, okay? Do not pass the threshold of this door. But go into this first, and then you're going to go into your inventory. From your inventory, you have this golden snow fox brush. It's a legendary class item. You can go ahead and confirm the use of this item. And once you transform, as long as you're outside and going into the threshold, you'll get a unique cutscene. This will trigger a boss fight, and this will close out the Snow Fox's quest upon the defeat of this boss. This boss is very difficult. He can do a lot of burst combos that are very difficult to read, doesn't really telegraph too much, and then he uses those papers on the floor to attack you. You can actually stun him before he initiates those attacks, but any range attacks anyways, but the physical or melee attacks are very difficult to dodge, and he hits like a truck, so we'll do what we can.
For years, I prayed you'd find peace. Still you come to take my life in penance against yours. You wouldn't understand my agony when I took your life. The Buddha sees no such vengeance.
After this quest, we do need to return to the shrine where the fox was.
Once more.
Feel free to use all of your spells here. Immobilization doesn't work particularly well on him, but that's okay. When he starts initiating his range attack, that's where we're going to go kind of crazy on him. Now, he doesn't have tons of health, but he hits hard, as you've seen. He might initiate the attack now, so we're going to go ahead and do our Wind Tamer to cancel that out. Hopefully he doesn't dodge this. We go in, do some more damage here. Transform, so we can kind of break up that combo, and our transformation itself will cause plenty of damage. We should be able to finish him off, especially if he hits us, because we'll use the Skull Crusher technique. But you can just see how hard hitting his attacks are. I'm in a terrible angle here, not really getting a good benefit of our rock enemy here. I want him to hit me if he can, but he's not going to, so that's fine. We're going to de-transform on his face. We're going to heal once, and then we're going to go ahead and initiate immobilization, see if it works. Do a light attack combo and finish him off. That's non-void out of the way.
Nothing, not even the scriptures, can free me from this.
We'll be absorbing his spell, or spirit, so you can feel free to top off here.
myself.
Alright, so now we can go ahead and absorb his spirit. We'll top off our gourd uses. We can take a look at the non-void spirit that we just obtained. And then we do unfortunately need to backtrack. So here's non-void. Gives us some moderate amount of stamina when being hit. So I don't like things like that. Like whenever I take damage, something happens. But this, like, you know, this gold spike plate is certainly an exception, because if I happen to get hit and you receive damage, I like that. Don't hit me. So we're gonna go ahead and warp back. This will take us back to the temple entrance shrine. We're gonna be going back to the Felicity Shrine, though. So let's go back there really quickly. Choose to travel. Remember, the medicines that you see that's prompt, it's just because we picked up a new formula, that's all. So it's all excited. It's like, hey, we can actually make a few medicines if you like. We can make anything that helps us deal more damage, which is going to be these bad boys here that we like so much. And anything that was to give you shock resistance, because there's plenty of shock to come. So we can probably only hold 10 at a time. So the shock quelling powder. And then we're going to do is travel over to the Forest of Felicity Shrine. And then we're going to unequip the body warming powder, because we're going to be dealing with shock-based enemies. The chapter boss loves using electricity and lightning-based attacks, and they're pretty devastating. But fortunately, we have an armor set that kind of counters that, so we should be okay. All right, we're gonna do. Where's my body warming? Tiger subduing. Okay, body warming powder. We're changing this to shock quelling, and now we go here and we're gonna speak with the fox.
They say mortals and Yao Guais walk different paths, but it's after seeing him again that I understood. Those who fear Yao Guais are fouler than what they fear.
Alright, so now our legendary class transformation item changes to a curio. And now we have the Snow Fox Brush Curio. This is going to increase the length of time of transformations, so the duration will be increased. So pretty cool. Now we've closed out her quest. We can go back to the shrine over here. And then we can travel back to the Thunderclap Temple entrance shrine. There would have been another thing you could do, but you'd have to run past enemies and not die, and then you could have triggered another semi-nearby shrine. But honestly, I don't necessarily suggest that, because it's easy to then forget and go back, and you might skip something, or you could die along the way, and that's even more frustrating. So instead, just do it this way. No biggie. This also gives you another opportunity to farm some of the more powerful enemies that have the unique drops. So if you ever want to do that, you certainly have the chance to do so. One more. There you go. Now he's down. Light attack combo. Finish him off. He didn't drop it. What a stingy guy, huh? So we're going to go around. We're going to run past these. We're not going to fight everybody again. Not at all. But the monks, though, the enemy I fought previously with the swords drops a curio. The monks drop a unique headpiece. These guys drop the Thunder Flame seal, which is a curio. Well, all we're going to do is just run straight through. And as we continue along the way, we're going to go up these steps now. The steps that we've been avoiding this whole time. These steps lead us to the chapter boss. Really, there's not much to worry about. We have two giant enemies, and normally that'd be, oh my gosh, something that's seemingly insurmountable. But we've defeated these enemies before. They're actually quite easy, right? You stick to their feet, avoid the stomp attacks, and then just deal tons of damage once they get staggered. So what we're going to do is head over to the left so we can take out the ranged threat. Honestly, the biggest threat we can deal with at this point. Jumping heavy attack to get some of that health back. Take him out. And then we do have a will that you can grab over on this side. So if you need to top off, regain some of that mana, you certainly can do so. Absorb the will, you get iframes while you do it anyways. And now, just to get kind of speed things up a bit, we can use some of our spells here. See if we can stagger them. These do have a little bit more health than I think the standard variants, but they're not any more difficult. They're just a little more beefy, that's all. Back away. He's not liking that. He's about to get staggered, so we're going to back away. Once he falls to all fours, then we can go circle around and hit his head. If you usually hit him enough, he will get staggered again, but this guy just doesn't want to do it. There you go. That does the trick. That gives you a few more seconds to hit him. There you go. Light attack combos all day. He's dead. And then now we can circle around to his little friend. If you fight him like I just did, you won't aggro both of them at the same time. But if you don't, you're going to activate all of them at the same time. So, alright, so we got these guys next. We can do the same thing here. Immobilization, Cloud Step. It's okay to use your spells here. We're right next to a shrine. You can use Wind Tamer if you want to kind of stagger them a bit. It also increases our defense, so never a bad thing to have. Jumping heavy attack. Transformation is also good. These guys don't like that, especially if he falls all the way down. Hitting him in the head with this rock, they do not like that one bit. We can just keep spamming this for now. Nothing special here. Nothing to see here, kids. Nothing to see here. But you see how he rolled all the way over. Teaching him a new trick. Roll over. We'll de-transform right here. And we can finish him off. Really the stomps, although they, and for most enemies they deal tons of damage, that's really all they can do. Like stomps from all enemy types are pretty annoying. Because the AoE is a little bit wider than you'd like, so if you just go off to the side versus behind it, you're going to be good. So typically just backing up is one thing to do, like, you know, just get far enough away from it for it not to be an issue. But here you go, so you just keep spamming that, it's pretty annoying. There you go. Don't worry about that. Again, their attacks from the front are semi-harmless. It's really just the stomps that are the big concern for us. Hitboxes. These guys with the hitboxes is pretty annoying. Attacking enemies that are really large from the front, sometimes there's like this invisible little barrier that you just can't connect with. So, one of my only gripes. Okay, we're going to go in here in just a moment, but there is a boss in there, so we don't want to necessarily trigger it just yet. Instead, we want to re-up our mana and our health, so we're going to go up to the shrine. This shrine is actually the final shrine in this area, and also the way to get to the boss. The boss is actually just right inside this doorway right here, so these double doors. What we're going to do is we're going to save, though, and rest. And then we're going to go down the stairs and make a left so we can explore that right-hand side of the area that we would have skipped otherwise. But there is a boss in there too. So now that we've rested, we're all set. We're going to go get stuck in between the staircase for some reason. Alright, here we go. Down we go. There's going to be some plants that we can harvest along these little sides here. So we get the fire bell flower, and then we have a few enemies. You can always tell like there's something up ahead if you know you got a bunch of enemies praying at something and the doors are open. It's like, yeah, that's kind of indicative of of a boss, right? Hopefully those are like little signs you guys are seeing, because they try and give you tips. That way you know which way to go when you're exploring on your own without getting yourself into trouble. Or being like, oops, I went into a boss fight, but I don't have any mana. Or I went to a boss fight, but I have no gourd. So try to avoid those situations as best you can by being observant and paying attention to your clues. So we're going to grab the Gentian. That's really all there is here. We're going to go up, and we're going to fight another boss. This one's called Non-Pure. So just go crazy on this guy. I don't know his moveset at all because I don't let him attack me ever. So just do the same. Heavy attacks. Go crazy on him. Use all of your abilities. Just keep him on his back every second you can. Stay on the offensive. Big attacks. But yeah, this guy, I honestly, I don't think he's ever really attacked me more than what you're seeing here, so. So just stay on the offensive. He's really easy to stagger. Use the cloud step. We're going to stagger him again. Light attack combo from behind. Dodge whatever strike is incoming because we know something's coming. And then light attack combo, finish him off, and he's dead. Bob's your uncle. You defeated a boss in 30 seconds. Okay, so now what we do is we want to meditate here. This is the final meditation spot for this area. So as we go down here, we can meditate. And before, well, I say as we get to the shrine, we're going to warp to the shrine in just a moment. We're going to be changing out our gourd again, because our gourd was specifically designed to counter the effects of frost. Well, now we're going to be dealing with a lot of electricity, thunder, lightning attacks, so that's what we care about most. We're going to need to protect ourselves from that. So, once we're done meditating, we'll get a spark. We can definitely feel free to apply any of those 14 sparks we have at our disposal. And we're going to warp back. We're going to apply some of those sparks, and then we're going to change out our gourd. We don't need the frost defense anymore. It's just no longer going to be something that we deal with very frequently. So, let's go ahead and go to self-advance in our menu. Right here. And see what we can unlock. So far, lots of fun things here. Let's see what we got. Definitely can increase the defense. This would help decrease the 4 Banes, meaning like once we're actually in shock or affliction. Maximum mana is not a bad thing to have. We probably need to do that. Slightly increases attack. And 4 Banes resistance. Okay, so it's really up to us what we want to do here. We can also take a look at the different stances and see if we want to unlock any new moves. Charging speed of all stances is pretty solid. Damage reduction while performing a heavy attack is really good. Resolute Strike is one of my favorite abilities, so definitely like that. Now we have 4 focus points unlocked. Being able to still perform the light attack finish is really nice. I do like that. Now, if you are favoring Chubai as a weapon, Thrust Stance is invaluable. It's so good. I definitely suggest using it. And then we'll do this right here. Now from here, pretty much what we can do is go back towards the foundation again and then look to see if there's anything you want to increase. So the Bane's resistance is okay. More so like having the effect is really bad, like having the effect on you. But I would suggest instead focusing on things like mana or increasing your stamina or your health. So right now, I say we save this last point. Spellbinder's our new spell that we've got. You can definitely pick that up too if you like. But all in all, I think we're pretty good for now. We'll use this, why not? When the enemy's immobilized, the moment they attack, it extends the immobilization and massively increases the damage they take. So if you catch them during like a transformation or a big ability, you can go ahead and maximize your damage there. So I don't know, I think that's fine. Happy with that spark allocation. Now we need to change our gourd, which is also in our equipment. So the fiery gourd was granting us chill immunity, which was fantastic. But let's see if there's anything that's based on like thunder resistance or anything. And so far, nothing. We'd have to probably change our gourd instead. So Yep, nothing there. Now I will advise you guys of something really cool and also really sucky. If you rely pretty heavily on, oh, I forgot to absorb non-pure. That's my mistake. So make sure you absorb non-pure. He's a absorbable spirit. I went straight to the meditation spot, but fortunately we do have this retrieve lost spirits function. So absorb non-pure and you can get another spirit. I will show him off in just a moment. But I want you to mention, I want to mention two things. If you, I want to warn you against using the Pluck of Many. If you rely on it pretty heavily during the fight with Yellow Brow, he will actually turn them against you. So your own duplicates or copies will fight against you. So yeah, you know, don't do that. All right, so in lieu of this, I'd rather have the shock resistance for now, because again, this guy does tons of shock attacks. Actually, you know what we could do? That's fine, yeah. We just need to make sure we heal at the right times. Okay, and then now we can take a look at the spirit that we just obtained. This is non-pure. This just increases your damage for a short duration after you do rock solid. So he's got a pretty good combo he can initiate. One that he never seems to pull off in fights against us. So perfectly fine. Alright, another thing we can look at is our curios, see which ones maybe offer some additional shock resistance or anything like that. This would be one that we could certainly use. So if you do want to have that instead, you certainly can. So I'm going to actually apply that for now. This is stamina recovery, which has been pretty helpful. But this is defense. So I say for, instead of stamina recovery, since we have a decent amount of stamina now, we can change this out. And we'll be swapping those out a little bit later. So we should be good to go. We have full gourd uses. We have our shock resistance potion. We have everything we need. So now we can move on forward and face off with the boss. Can't believe I forgot to absorb that spirit. But every time you fight a major boss like that, just stick around and make sure you absorb the spirit. If not, next time you go to a shrine, you're going to see the retrieve lost spirits function there. Again, such a great quality of life addition to this game. Let's go ahead and whoop some ass here and close out this chapter. We've got some pretty fun sequences up ahead. Alright, so first things first, we have, this boss consists of 3 phases. First phase is kind of a standard fight where the Yellow Brow can just swing around, do various lightning strikes and explosive strikes. And that's what we're going to focus on first.
Ever question with goodwill he was. His nature made him question the supremacy of us beyond mortal woe and grief. He deemed all souls could be akin to us. Why then do we tower whilst others merely kneel and offer? He asked. I told him the others are less than us. His misstep cast him back into the endless cycle. Reborn, he drew 3 disciples. But what did they change? One ended up a corpse, others fugitives. He too took to the shadows. Pathetic. Those journeyers have misplaced their worship. Why bet on the sutra when one oneself can be a Buddha?
So now he removes his disguise. You can tell it was the imposter because the real little chunky guy wears like a green and brown pants. This one wears the yellow kasai. This is his true form, Yellow Brow. First phase isn't so bad. We're going to definitely be heavy on our spell usage because in each phase you get replenished. So we'll do an immobilization. Just kind of keep laying it down on him. He's usually going to appear in a corner, so just look for him. Use this to increase our defense. Jumping heavy attack to stun him a bit. Do a light attack combo to keep it going. Try and see if we can pull up another light attack combo here. Watch the stomp. That's actually a grab. It does follow up here as well. It's actually a grab, so if it actually gets you, you're going to get grabbed as well. Watch these melee strikes. They will be returning, but they have a little bit of a flourish at the end, and their lightning trails can end up exploding on you, so just be careful. We can try using an immobilization. Unlikely. Okay, yeah. I was gonna say unlikely it'll work, but hey, I guess it did. I love being proved wrong when it's in my favor. Here he does a kind of a AoE attack that covers almost the entire area here. So just be careful, dodge through that. And he'll do an explosion here. This is really neat and fun to watch. And then dodge when he slams. Dodge again when he pulls up. And then we're going to go in for the cloud step. We're going to do our transformation just to kind of give ourselves a breather. If he does any strikes to us, all it's going to do is build up our meter, so it's perfectly fine. We want him to hit us in this phase, or this state. Alright, now we can do our Rock Crusher attack as soon as we get up on our feet. There you go. We're going to de-transform on his toesies. And go in for a light attack combo here. Dodge. Dodge again. Or get hit in the face, doesn't matter. Dodge. And that's phase 1. Down. Now back up over here because he can actually do a little bit of a trolly thing here when he swings like crazy. Okay, he's gonna. Now we're going into phase 2 cleanly. If he's doing an attack, he'll actually complete the attack even without health. But fortunately, he wasn't in the middle of attack. He's now triggering the second phase. This is one of my favorite cutscenes in the game, so everybody be quiet.
Enter within and find enlightenment.
So we finally get to have our revenge on the Macaque Chief. And if you guys hear like a UFO trying to abduct me, it's actually just the landscape architects outside, so my apologies. They'll be going before long.
Sack is much more vicious than before, nurturing such evilness. Yellowbrow must have woven Wukong's strength into it. That bastard! Join me! Let's fight our way out.
The Macaque Chief is pretty powerful, so do not underestimate him at all. Very strong. Can deal tons of damage. And he can make you have a really bad day. We missed him for some reason. Make sure you dodge any copies, and then he'll always follow up with his own strike, so be very careful there. Go ahead and use a Pluck of Many just to kind of keep him busy. Zhu Bajie should be taking out the clones, but naturally he's not very helpful. Such as his role in my life. We're using the Wind Tamer just to give ourselves a little bit of breathing room. Zhu only heals you whenever you try and heal yourself, so that's always fun. We'll use the transformation right here so that we can give ourselves some breathing room. Yellowbrow is just reciting like a really warped version of like these tips of how to live a good life, so don't pay him any mind. He's evil and crazy. Now we're going to use the Skull Crusher on the Macaque's face. De-transform on his toes, hopefully. Not quite. There you go. Light attack combo. those heavy or charge attacks he does can pretty much destroy your life if you're not careful. And when he slams down, he does have a follow-up, so make sure you watch for the aftermath of those attacks. The breakdance fight is pretty fun to dodge through. You just keep kind of mashing. It's really nice. Looks nice, feels nice. Try and heal here. There you go. Watch for the aftermath of those slices. Each one of those slam attacks has an aftermath. Gonna heal again. And I'm gonna heal again actually, just because we will be able to replenish our health next phase. Watch for the aftermath. There you go. Like I said, this guy's no joke. He's always been a bit of a jerk, so he's just doing what he knows best. We use Cloud Step. Oh, he actually canceled that out on us. Good job for him. Cloud Step would have finished him off, but unfortunately, we lacked the courage to strike true. But we defeated the Macaque Chief, and now we'll be facing off with, well, actually, a really unique transformation that takes place. So let's watch this cutscene. We'll deal with this phase, and then we'll move on to the final stage of Yellowbrow.
Kill it. Do it. Yes. Just like that. That's who you are.
Keep your wits, boy.
Now we become the Macaque Chief for this little brief stint here. And maybe, just maybe, we'll get access to this transformation ourselves. So this next phase we pretty much can't die, it's scripted, so just follow the path on screen. I'm gonna mute it while these guys are outside for now.
Here, let me quench your thirst for blood. All conditioned things are impermanent and lead astray. Be a butcher.
So you don't have to defeat all these enemies, you certainly can. And at this point, right now, in this phase of our transformation, we're so slow. It actually just costs more time to strike every enemy, but you are more than welcome to strike them. It's kind of fun. Here in the next phase, as we transform, it gets even more fun. Right here, we sprout some, well, we ignite our sword first, and this makes you much more powerful. You can just mow through enemies like this. If you hold R1, you can sprint, and then circle does the dodge, but we need to kind of strike through here. On my first phase, I defied what that Yellowbrow guy was saying, and I was like, maybe if I don't fight anybody, this will create a secret, or maybe a secret sequence, or make the boss weaker, but it didn't. It was just me being defiant, as per usual. Now we get our final phase of our transformation. Check this out. Once we sprout wings, we're even faster and more powerful. So we can just continue along these pathways here. You do not have to defeat anybody or everybody. And once we make it all the way to the other side in the bottom, we'll be facing off with Yellowbrow himself, and we get a few free seconds of using this ability to deal damage before it becomes a transformation we can pocket for later. Very nice. And this, the Macaque Chief transformation imbues your sword with frost, so it deals a pretty considerable amount of damage to enemies that are weak against it. And it can freeze them in place and like to do some damage while not being able to be countered. So I do like this transformation quite a bit. Remember, don't use a pluck of many during this phase, or you can technically be harmed and they can be turned against you. So kill this little bastard who's sitting there. Alright, here goes. Go crazy on Yellow Brow as soon as you see him. There are sequences in Yellow Brow as he changes to different phases that'll force you to take damage. This right here is his like golden, it's pretty much his variant of Rock Solid. Just try and break through it as best you can. Here, just dodge laterally and you can easily avoid that strike, but just keep hitting him. Charge attacks help as well, so if you need to charge it up, but it's hard to pull one off without getting hit like so. So normally what I do is I just kind of, I let it just wear out. We're going to use the shock quelling powder though. Did I even take that? Yeah, I guess I did. I'm about to die here. Hold on. There you go. Okay, now it's wearing off, so that's good. Remember, the shock is just really devastating in this sequence. You can do charge attacks, but they still bounce off, just so you know. So, charging thrust attacks are pretty solid. But now that he's, it times out, so it wasn't like it was perfect time or anything, but just go crazy on him with your light attacks. Watch that, because that is a grab attack. Now we've got some of our health back at least, but yeah, this guy's a real jerk. That's going to change to phase 2. We cannot move here, and we're going to take guaranteed damage, so unfortunately there's really no way to truly do this boss no damage. And normally it's like a third of your health bar, so.
Behold my matter, fill your hall. How can
remember, the shock quelling powder is going to be your friend here, so we took a guaranteed hit. So as you start running, you can then see what your health is. Gonna do a cloud step here, immobilization, and now he's back to his little electric form. We're gonna go ahead and dodge this, and then as we get off to the side, we're gonna take another shock quelling powder. I like to use the thrust stance for this phase. You can also use your transformation. This will stun him usually. More often than not, just a few solid hits here and that'll get him out of his transformation. So his little rock solid state, as I call it. But he's out of it now. No need to de-transform, might as well just get the most use out of it. If he happens to strike you, even better. He has one more phase after this though, as he approaches kind of the end of his little life cycle. Good hits for him. Alright, we're gonna do this. And we're gonna heal. Go crazy with the light attacks. And this should be where he enters the last phase. There's the Apramana Bat again, that jerk from earlier. And now we took some more guaranteed damage. Now his combos are going to be really far-reaching, and also he's just uglier. Back away from this. That's a big old AoE he loves to do. Alright, now we're going to go in and see if we can survive this. 3. Remember, all of these little lines can continuously explode, just causing more damage. Back away from this if you can. He's doing his cloud step here. We're going to be in the... if you ever get stuck in that with him, all you need to do is jump out of it and continuously try and jump. But right now, I'm not going to go and rush it because I don't have any health, so. But if you have a thrust stance and you have a focus points, try and use this from afar. It's the furthest reaching attacks you can do from here, so. Dodge to the side, or get hit in the face, it's fine. Stay away. Now, if at any point you die during these phases, you'll get right back to this particular phase, so you're good to go. You'll not have to start all over again. Alright, now we're good. Now we broke his attack. Now he's stunned for a bit. Let's see if we can make the most of this here. Back away from his strikes. Remember, they have huge reach, and the lines here blow up as well, so just be careful. Transform so we can survive this. And hopefully he stays pretty offensive here. Yeah. Love for him to stay on the offensive and deal as much damage as he can so that we can do a Skull Crusher. That may be our only chance to survive this. Looks like he's going to pull it off for us. Let's see. Skull Crusher activated. Oh no, he interrupted it. What a shame. Alright, let's see. He got me. Alright, we're going to leave that in for now. And we can go ahead and take him out in this next phase. Like I said, with those guaranteed damage that you can receive, it's unfortunate, but we'll try and clean it up a little bit this attempt. I'm going to leave that in just because I want you to see you can come right back and just start off right where you left off, so never a bad thing. I do like to leave it in thrust stance for this fight, though. We'll start with our Cloud Step. The Wandering Light technique here. Immobilization's okay, certainly not the best spell, but do not use a Pluck of Many at all. That'll ruin your life. Phase 1. Actually, no, he's just doing his little annoying attack here. Try and dodge through all this if you can. Go. Triple charge focus point usually does the trick, or it definitely speeds up the transformation from his golden phase, so don't be afraid to do that. We're gonna activate his next phase here soon, so he's gonna interrupt us. This is where we take some guaranteed damage no matter what. And you can actually skip these after subsequent times, like if you've seen this more than once. I'll keep it in for now though, since I think it's interesting to watch. This guy's crazy though. He definitely believes in his own hype, that's for sure. A guaranteed hit. As you sprint, you can see what your health is. See if you need to heal. I think we might need some. Weren't able to get anything in there, so while he's just sitting in there looking pretty, I want to bust in here with my little rock dude. It's like his version of Ring of Fire if you think about it, but it just traps you in here. Decent damage there actually. We'll de-transform, break through that hopefully. Use our Wind Tamer. Light attack combo, there you go. He's at 50% health, so he's being a jerk wagon. Just dodge to the side. You should be easily able to avoid that. We're gonna do this. One more. There you go. That definitely speeds it up. He does a lot of vertical strikes in this sequence, so just be careful. We're gonna pop some of these powders here. Oh, I missed. Lovely. I should break it. There you go. There you go. Finally. Be careful, because if you're on that line of electricity, of course it will hurt you. And he's going to be right on it naturally, because he's just yellow brown. That's what he does. Jump in here, do a heavy attack. Use our little wandering white guy again. There you go. And now, this is where he initiates that final phase with the Apramana bat. Okay, now we can go ahead and heal again. Sprint while you're doing it though. Use Cloud Step to avoid any other stuff. Back away. You can pop your medicaments and stuff if you want to. Okay. Another shock quelling powder, and then we're gonna go in for the win. Staying close. It does swing around his back. All those lines do explode, so just be very careful. Dodge, and then we can do our thrust attack here. Big damage. Run in, do our light attack combo, and then we'll finish him off. So that's Yellow Brow. And that's the end of Chapter 3. So let's watch the rest of these cutscenes and see how they unfold.
I saw how this would end for you long ago. Keep fighting for others, and in time, you shall fall by their hands. I, Yellowbrow, fight solely for myself.
We'll be obtaining the next relic here in just a few moments.
Lost. I will not lose. If only I could wield that monkey's relic just once more.
This rogue stole my seed sack and fled here. With Wukong's relic, he made it a soul-snatching vessel. He also took my look and my name to trick his old foes into vengeance.
Gah, you potbelly! I should have figured out it was you.
Forgive my little deception.
Stolen once, I buy it. Stolen twice, I doubt it.
Your doubt is fair. I shouldn't have underestimated his nerve. I meant to subdue him myself, but you two were swifter. Fortune favors you, Bajie. But I see great potential in this young one. He might just be... the right monkey.
Enough of this empty talk. I don't care if Yellowbrow drowns in the lake. We can't have Wukong's relic sink with him.
For that, pray, lend me that rake of yours.
So that's the next relic we'll be obtaining, the nose. We'll skip through this cutscene to make sure we don't get any fun copyright hits.
Himself a sage, yet this altar boy dared to found his own faith and proclaim himself Buddha. Your faith is firm and will unwavering. You resisted his lures. All those who were high and mighty found their minds lost and their faith stained. But was it truly because of their devotion to Yellowbrow? As you braved ice and snow, did the stench of shattered ego reach your nose?
So again, that's the old monkey, kind of planting seeds of doubt in my opinion, but we got the hubris nose. We'll be moving forward. That's the third of 6 relics. We are level 69, so we'll do our best to maintain that level throughout the entire guide. Just kidding. And then we have the different items here that we've obtained. Cosmo Radiance is going to be used for crafting weapons. And then of course we have these legendary materials for crafting armor and weapons. Armor materials as well. Weapon materials for the iron sand. And then mind cores for crafting celestial medicines. So we're going to skip to the next chapter. We're going to be jumping into chapter 4. And chapter 4 has a little bit of an intro sequence. We'll listen to it and watch it. And then I'll show you guys how to get to the very first shrine. This one's kind of funny the way it starts off. And always, in each chapter, it always starts off with some sort of struggle.
My ass. My bones are cracking from lugging this load. Step it up. I gotta catch that feast on time. Hear me out. They say that hag has her quirky ways.
Each season she'd wed a mate, then devour him.
Once our lady brought her a wedding gift, a mirror.
The past echo.
Which?
The past echo. The lady often speaks of it with regrets.
I wonder why. Let me finish, will you? The hag got the mirror and looked into it, and for no reason at all, she threw it away. That soured our lady's mood.
She stopped visiting since then.
Gibbering and jabbering. Couldn't even catch a wink of sleep this whole time.
What? Who's in there? How dare you spoil the gift?
It's Bajie, of course. Being a fiend, as always. So those two pig-based enemies were lugging that chest along, and Bajie was inside, but he wasn't alone.
At least to find peace these days. Hey, lovely. Why don't you come down and join us?
He's like, bacon.
Leaving so soon? Why the shyness?
Anyways, so anytime you reach a new area, a new chapter, you always want to head back from whence you came, because sometimes there's goodies or secrets you can partake in, and this is finally one of the chapters that rewards you for going back a bit. So first things first, we can grab the snakehead mushroom over here and hope for the more rare variant. We need snakehead mushrooms anyways, especially if we're going to continue concocting those medicaments that enhance our attack, and then we can absorb this will. Now the first shrine is actually up ahead. You have to clear out the entire estate of Zhu. But instead what we're going to do is we're going to be using our Ruyi scroll, and we'll be chatting with our friends in Zodiac Village. So this is kind of a way to bypass this. And of course this game has thought of players to do that and already has a way to allow you to travel back to this area of this new chapter even without having reached the shrine yet. So we're going to come here first, and we're going to speak with all of the NPCs, and then that'll bring this episode to an end so we can begin fresh with chapter 4. So first things first, let's chat with everybody. pick up all of our goodies, request medicines, get all the perks from each of these friends we've gathered here. So we can request medicine. He's going to give us some free meds that we can use anytime you come back to him. After about 30 minutes, this resets. Go to his store and see what he has to sell. So this is body fleeting powder. This area is going to be very heavy on poison. So anything that is going to offer poison resistance would be ideal. Buy any formulas along the way. And now we can go ahead and see about making some medicines. The mortal medicine, of course, is going to be what we just picked up the formula for. But let's see about the celestial medicines. So max health, max mana, max stamina. Let's pick up our mana a bit, because if you notice, that's the shortest bar that we have so far, right? So have him forge this for us. We can skip the cutscene, we've seen it a million times. And this should increase our mana by 30, not bad. So let's see the increase. Yeah, that's a little better, right? That poor little mana bar is just suffering there. So once we apply some of our sparks to it as well, it'll continue to increase. Let's speak with Shen Monkey here. Shen Monkey will have us a few things we can do. So when we go to upgrade gourds, your goal is to upgrade the starting gourd as far as possible. Remember, it's not this gourd, it's going to be the one that has the most upgrades. So we definitely want to upgrade it yet again. We want to get it to legendary status. So we have the medicine master gourd here. We need 2 more fragrant vines in order to get it to legendary status, which is going to be important. By the time we get to chapter 5, we'll need to have accomplished that. So when we go to upgrade drinks, we can do a few things here. We can look at upgrading the coconut wine even further, or the whatever you really want at this point. I honestly advise you go ahead and upgrade the coconut wine, and you can always do this on a New Game Plus, but coconut wine should be the first priority so you can get a mythical class drink. Not only that, but it's increasing 46% of your maximum health. Just remember that our particular brew that we're using is Jade Essence, which is already maxed out. It doesn't have any further upgrades, so we'll need to go back and return it to something different. But let's look for any kind of poison resistance here. There you go. Poison resistance should be fine. And then we'll go down to the store and see what he has to sell. He can often offer us different gourds and things of that nature, so always a good thing to use them. And he even gave us a new drink, Pine Brew. This recovers 35% of our max health, and when the health is below half, we can gain a considerable amount of focus. So buy all these things too. In terms of the brew, it can just be one of the choices that we have. So these are the ones we currently have. Only a few of them can be upgraded though, as you can see. Some of them are already maxed out. So anyway, so we're going to go back to our gourd. We don't have enough vines. We need 1 more vine. And then for the drink, we need 1 more wine worm. So no worries. Let's go deliver some seeds to Qianlong. But beforehand, we can harvest our ingredients. So now we can harvest, you know, a handful of ingredients from this. That saves us from having to go and dig around the dirt. We'll deliver these seeds.
Rest assured, this old long...
And we're going to leave, and then we're going to go speak with Yen Tiger. In terms of upgrading, we're going to see what materials we have available to us, and we're going to upgrade our pilgrim set as much as we can. The pilgrim set is fantastic, like I've mentioned many times before, so when you go to craft armor, you actually have a new set available because we just defeated Yellowbrow, so it's the Golden Mask of Fury. This is going to be kind of useful for, you know, if you use spirit skills a lot, so that will increase your attack. It's a legendary class armor, so it's not bad at all. It's actually pretty good. We currently have the long scale battle robe equipped. This is a legendary class, so if you look at the the difference, you have a 53 defense all the way to 72. So I mean, a huge difference there. I don't mind this armor set at all. It's not bad, especially if you do use your spirit skills. But again, those require you to build up chi, and they can't be used and spammed too often. So instead, what we could look at doing is upgrading some armor and seeing how many materials we have to potentially upgrade it to the max. So we don't have a lot of armor unnecessarily, but what we can do is if you look at this pilgrim set here, that's going to jump up from, this is no defense whatsoever. This is going to give us 32, so not terrible. And then this would give us an additional 20 or some odd, from what we have. So we have 53 here, we could jump up to 65. So that's going to be pretty considerable. And then let's see, we can definitely wear this. I think that's fine. We do need to get some additional gold thread. So gold thread is going to be legendary material. So when you're crafting a legendary material, you're going to need 2 for the head, 2 for the chest, 1 for the arms, 1 for the legs. So technically you need 6 for the entire set of armor. So we just need 1 more gold thread for the bracers and then 1 more gold thread for the wraps. So we can go ahead and equip that armor. That's going to give us some additional defense as well. And after completing chapter 3, we get the Apramana Bat, which is an excellent skill, a spirit skill to use. You can freeze enemies in place, and it also gives you a little bit of like an evasion as well, so it's really nice. One of my favorite ones to have. I used this in my first playthrough, my own personal playthrough for a period of time. And then last order of business is activating our relics. So let's see, gain a moderate damage bonus for a short time, or moderately extends dodge and invincibility duration. So either one is honestly fine. This is good if you want to, be more offensive. This is excellent for, if you're good at dodging. So I'm going to do this one for now so we can get more offense. And then now that we're here, we can see about changing out our armor set a little bit, see what we can do. Also, if you want to change back your curios and things we had to swap out. Remember, we were using different gourds, different soaks. We already changed those, so we're good to go. We can get rid of the shock quelling powder. We're going to need anything that's poison based. So let's see if there's any kind of poison one. We don't need to actually craft it. So anti-miasma powder is going to be our friend. We'll be crafting some more and then bringing this episode to a close. But yeah, right now we have this. And let's see, we also have our legendary pilgrim armor. Look at the difference in the defense, so nice. So, but we're just by having this alone, we're gonna have a moderately increased sprint speed, so not bad at all. And with the helmet or the headband equipped, we can use the gourd while sprinting. So now we have already multiple benefits to this. So looks really nice too, actually, even with the pants that don't match. But we'll be getting the bracers and the pants before long. So. Also, when it comes to the different sets of the long set, remember that's a 3-set bonus. You can always see what else you'd like to equip. Like we could do this, for example, for now, the Vajra arm guards, and have a moderately reduced cooldown for the immobilization spell. And then we can keep these for now because we get a little bit more resistance. But yeah, I mean, either way, 32 and some shock versus that, it's no big deal. We'll just go with the matching set for now. So all we need is the upgraded version or legendary quality arm guards and greaves, and we'll be good to go. We're also going to go ahead and craft some medicines here. So as we approach, we're going to see what do we need to craft anti-miasma. So we're going to make medicines. These are mortal medicines. So we're looking for the anti-miasma. There it is. So let's make as many of those as we need to. We're going to be poisoned quite a bit in this next place, so we're good to go. And then now what we do is we head on over to the Keeper's Shrine, and we're going to travel to the Webbed Hollow, front of the village. This here is a banner, not a true Keeper's Shrine, so this will be an excellent stopping point. So guys, I want to say thank you all so much for making it this far in the video. Hopefully this has provided you some sort of value and has assisted you in getting 100% of everything available in Black Myth Wukong. If you've used the guide and you've made it this far and you found it helpful, please be sure to like, subscribe, and comment, and let me know you want more content just like this. And as a full-time content creator, I can't stress enough that you guys, constantly engaging and supporting the channel helps me maintain my dream of staying a full-time content creator and makes it reality. So thank you all so much for that. As always, your viewership is more than appreciated, but if you want to support me in a more personal way, you can always check out my Ko-fi on screen now. Click on these videos on screen and to continue your journey through the Journey to the West in Black Myth Wukong, and I'll be there to guide you when you arrive. Until next time, it's the Inhuman One signing out.